Professor, it's Coach Gurney. This is video footage of you hitting at Rye Country Day on March 29th, 2019. And I've got your last two at-bats here on video. The one on the left is your second to last at-bat. The one on your right is your last at-bat. The first thing I want to focus in on here is your stance. I think you could be a little wider with your feet. Your feet are less than shoulders width apart. And as a big guy hitting in the four hole who's going to see a lot of breaking pitches, I'd like to see you spread out a little bit with your stance. So we'll talk about that more tomorrow at practice, because look how far your front foot stride is. I mean, that's a big stride from here to here. And same thing on the frame on the left. That's a huge stride. So if you start a little wider, 4 to 6 inches wider, that stride won't be as long, and I think we'll have an easier time reacting to off speed. Next, as we see here on the frame to the right, you get an outside pitch, and you do a good job of driving it to right field. I think the ball actually gets in on your hands a little bit. It doesn't look like you hit it off the head of the bat. I would like to see a little more rotation with the back hip, because if we just zero in on the back hip here as you swing, there's not that much drive. Now, obviously, an outside pitch, you're not going to be able to rotate as much, but I'd like to see you punch that back hip more by really driving it. And the front leg, I feel as if you took a stride, as if the pitch was down the middle. And you're actually taking your weight, as you see here, more towards shortstop. And then it's hard to drive the ball effectively to right field because your weight's going towards the 6-hole area. In the previous at bat, the pitch is definitely more on the inside part of the plate and it's lower. And you do rotate a little bit better on the back leg. But again, I'd like to see a little more hip drive. And the big thing here is you don't wait. Look where you're making contact. You're making contact right in front of your front foot, right here. So we want to, even though it's more of an inside pitch, we still want to wait a little more. Let that ball get deeper, and we'll be able to drive it more effectively. All right, so what I'm going to do now is back these up, and we'll play them side by side in slow motion. So you did drive the ball effectively in these last two at-bats, although they didn't yield any hits. And we have some stuff to work on tomorrow for sure at practice. Here we go in slow motion, Professor.